growth mindset video from Miss Wood. Awesome, because after the video, we're going to talk about challenges. And I'd like to hear from you what types of challenges you might have had in your life. Okay, here we go.
Mojo arrived at school one day.
Did someone unmute by mistake? Did someone unmute by mistake? Please remember the promise.
You guys was on me.
Okay.
You guys was freezing.
Okay, Christopher, I'm going to ask you, please do not unmute. Okay? Okay. Do we understand each other? Thank you. We'll have time to talk later, I promise.
To find a happy surprise. His new device had finally arrived. But just as he was about to turn it on, Katie showed up. Mojo, what are you doing? Becoming a genius, said Mojo. How is that thing going to make you a genius? Said Katie. It's going to make my brain grow by zapping it with electricity. I thought that was obvious. Mojo, I think it's time for you to find out how your brain really works, said Katie. It's time to visit Miss Clara. Now, Miss Clara was a most curious character. Not long ago, she was a world-renowned neuroscientist, but her discoveries had inspired her to try a new challenge.
Walter, that's enough, please.
And that's how she became an art and drama teacher. Miss Clara's classroom was in an expansion trailer far away from the main campus. Katie and Mojo made the long climb up the hill and found Miss Clara meditating in her garden. Katie, Mojo, I've been expecting you, said Miss Clara. Katie says you know how our brains work, said Mojo. Well, even scientists like me don't understand exactly how our brains work, said Miss Clara. But we do know a little. We know that your brain is made of tiny bits called neurons. Now, when these neurons connect, they send electrical signals back and forth to talk to each other. Everything you can do, from reading to riding a bike, only happens because your neurons connect. Now, here's the really fascinating thing. You have the power to change how your neurons are wired together and learn how to do things you never thought you could do. How? Asked Mojo. There is only one way, said Miss Clara, leaning closer. Learn challenging things. Mojo was fascinated. He turned to Katie. Katie, we're going after the biggest challenge you can imagine.
Aha, okay. So now I would like to talk to you guys about this. Yes, that was a really cute video. And I really like the message that it's trying to teach us. Growth mindset is all about challenging your brain, not giving up. Remember that? You remember we said mistakes are okay. Do you remember that? Okay, well, part of having a growth mindset is when you have two choices and you say, no, I'm going to do the easy one. The other one's too hard. Has that ever happened? Oh, don't unmute, please. I can hear it. What I was wondering was, do you guys, have you ever had an experience where maybe something was challenging or seemed too hard and you didn't want to have to do it? Here's my example. Are you ready? Okay, so one time I was like learning to ride my skateboard. Okay, gosh, it was a long time ago. And I think I was like 11 years old. And my brother had a skateboard and he said, well, if you want one, you have to learn how to ride it. So I got on the skateboard and I felt like it was too hard for me. So I kept falling off and I only gave it like maybe a few minutes and I got frustrated and I stopped and I told him, I don't want to skateboard anymore. I think it's too hard. You know what happened? is years later, my friends got skateboards and they were all having a great time. And because I gave up and didn't try that challenge, I never learned. That was sad. All my friends were enjoying their skateboard and I wasn't. Now, let's see if anyone here has a challenging moment that they experienced, something that was hard for them. Larissa, please share.
So one time, I had a bike and my mom took the training wheels off, and I was going down like a path, and my mom was holding the bike that way I don't fall, and
Okay.
then she let go, and I went for a little bit, then I stopped, and the bike fell, and I fell.
Did you give up and say, I never want to ride my bike again? Or did you keep
Nope.
trying?
I kept trying, but my mom
Yay!
got me a new bike, and my dad.
That's awesome. Do you know what you have? You have a growth mindset brain. That's so cool. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. Let's take one more person. Christopher. Christopher, have you ever had a moment where something seemed too hard?
Well, in another days, my dad buy me a bike, which mine was so little when I was like 5. So he buy me like a golden bike.
Ooh.
And after that, when I was running the bike, I didn't even fell.
Wow, that's great.
Because in the northern, I didn't fall because I was having like little wheels.
Yeah. Oh,
The
training
green
wheels. Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
But I have a golden bike, which is my favorite color of golden.
I'm sure. And you didn't give up either. So now you've learned how to ride your bicycle. Awesome job. Okay, we have time for one more. Yelini, tell me about a time something seemed hard or difficult.
So first time I go into the ride of my bike with my friends. So one time I didn't see my friends didn't come. So I just scratched in my head. So that's very hard. Then I try and I do myself. Then we can't do. We want to try again. Then we can do with ourselves.
I totally agree. I think that keyword, let's try again, that little phrase that you said proves to me that you have a growth mindset. Now, I don't have time to share everybody's ideas and their challenging moments. So do me a favor. Let's talk about it with our families over lunch or dinner tonight. And you guys should go around and share all the times that you said something might have been too hard. What was too challenging and what did you do to overcome it? So let's move into the fun part. We have pushes and pulls. So we know we have it. Oops, I missed it. Same as last week. Today, I, you, me, we will use pushes and pulls so I can change the motion of objects. I know I have it when I can use energy to push or pull an object to change the direction or course of motion. Next steps. I will understand the invisible force of gravity and how it affects objects. All right, now we have this cute little video also about pushes and pulls. Now, why is this video going to be important? Oh, Christopher? What are you supposed to say? Thank you. Pushes and pulls. Because we're going to do a Kahoot. Yes, and the Kahoot has the answers from this video. So I would watch it like a hawk, okay? Let's hope it plays. We're going to make sure that we are on point. Oh, come on, man. You gotta play. We're going to watch, hopefully, this video very carefully. And while we're waiting for it to load, super science vocabulary force. Motion. Yeah, I know that word. Pushes and pulls. Direction. Yes. Straight. round and round, up and down, back and forth, zigzag, and friction. Ooh, that's a new one. That's in red, and there's a reason why it's in red. So, it's not playing. Gonna make it play. Come on, play. Boy, oh boy, my computer is being weird today. How about we watch it on YouTube? How about that? I'll pull that up and we'll just watch it there. Okay. Pushes, pulls, and this is referring rain pop. Okay, let's watch it here.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
Okay, raise, give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Can you see it? Woohoo!
Ready to play baseball?
Can't see it? Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's do this. And then we'll do this. And wait for it. Brain pop. Can you see it now? Woohoo! Miss Cruz can fix things. Imagine that. All right, let's make sure you can hear it. Yep. Okay.
Hey, what is position? Position is the location of an object. I'm on top of the pitcher's mound. You're next to home plate. What is motion? Motion is a change in position. When I throw the ball, I put it in motion and its position changes. Nice hit, Moby. As you run around the bases, your position changes. You're in motion. When something travels or turns around, it's in motion. Things are in motion when they move back and forth, side to side, and up and down. Things can also move diagonally. A roller coaster can twist and turn in different ways.
Oh my goodness.
Or move in loops or circles. Speed
Circular.
describes how fast something moves.
That's like round and round.
Some things move fast and can go really far in just a short amount of time. Other things move a lot slower. What are pushes and pulls? A force is a push or pull that can change the way something moves.
Let's remember that. A force, you know it's a push or pull, but what does it do? It changes the way something moves. Oh.
A push or pull can change an object's position or put it in motion. You can push to open doors or pull to close them. You can push a cart across the floor or pull a wagon behind you.
We know that.
You can even pull to pick things up.
Mm-hmm.
When you throw a ball, you pull your hand back and then push the ball to put it in motion. Heavy things need more force to put them in motion. A bowling ball is pretty heavy. You need to use a lot of force to put it in motion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot
Walter,
easier
did
to
you
move lighter things. What is friction? Friction is a force that slows down moving things. When you ride a skateboard, you drag your foot on the ground to slow down.
Oh, look at
You use
that.
friction.
That's that new word. Remember the word in red? Friction. Okay, so this is sort of like a second grade thing. So I'm giving you a sneak peek on a second grade vocabulary word. So watch carefully. It's also in the Kahoot.
It's pretty easy to skate on a smooth street. But it's really hard to skate on grass. You might stumble or trip. The grass is thick and bumpy. Friction between the wheels and the grass makes it hard to skate. Since there's less friction between the wheels and the smooth street, it's a lot easier to skate, and you can go a lot faster. Friction is a force that pushes against an object to slow its motion. When you run and slide into home base, your body moves forward, but friction pushes in the opposite direction to slow you down. Great job, Moby, but you didn't tag home base.
Okay, we did it.
Who's ready
Ooh,
to
no,
hatch
I don't want to
some
watch that.
cool pets?
Ah,
Click here to make your very own monster unadapted model.
okay, we're going to go back to the Nearpod because we have a Kahoot to do. And I promised the Kahoot, so let's get to it. Okay, back to our Kahoot. Now, Kahoot is like a little quiz. And if you watched the, let's see, please choose a way to play this Kahoot. So we're going to teach it. Hold on. Okay, so what you can do is you can go to play.kahoot.it, or if you have a second device, you can put it on there. Okay, and here's the PIN number. We also have the app. 5534628. And if you don't have the Kahoot, you get to call out your answer. Remember I said you'd love to talk?
Miss,
Yes.
how can I go?
Okay, it's can you see my screen? Join at www.kahoot.it and then put in the PIN number at the top, okay?
But I cannot see because my iPad is just look like this.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Okay, so I'll put it in the chat. Hi, Siddharth, are you okay?
Yeah, but my iPad only shows this.
Okay. Okay, there is the web address, and here is the code 445534628. This is why I don't do Kahoot too often, because now we have two.
Can you keep that code up there?
Okay, it's 553, and I also put it in the chat.
Okay, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. What's the email? What's the email?
www.kahoot.it.
Why is my camera blurry? But I cannot see that.
Can't see what? Oh, the Kahoot. You should be able to see it on your device. You should be able to see the purple screen.
Did they say for your parents to do it or you?
The student. Just for me.
Ooh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 people in. 6 people. Ooh, 7 people. Nice. Okay, if you can't play it, don't worry about it. We'll read the questions or show you the pictures or whatever, and you can call it out.
Go to Zoom, I think. Go on Zoom. I need to log in here.
In Zoom.
Walter, I think you are putting your finger on your camera. Maybe it got smudged. You were swinging us around for a bit.
What?
Walter had his fingers all over the camera, so I think maybe that's why it's all smudged. It's all blurry, right? Is that what he said?
I guess that.
Yeah. You were showing us something, and I think you touched it. Awesome. Look how many folks we have in. I think we will get started in about 10 seconds. And remembering what you learned from that video just a moment ago, you will answer the questions in our Kahoot, and let's see how we do. You guys wanted the Kahoot. We give you the Kahoot. Here we go. Ready, set, push and pull. Okay, first question. Moby is building a birdhouse. What happens when he hammers a nail? Is he pulling the nail, spinning the hammer, or pushing the nail? 3, 2, 1. Yay! Yes, he is pushing the nail into the wood. Go ahead and hammer something. Push it in. Push, push. Yes, when you're hammering, you absolutely push. Here comes the next one. Ooh. Number 2, which item do you need to use the most force to pick up? So one of these items, you're going to need a lot of force to pick it up. Bowling ball, bouncy ball, tennis ball, beach ball. Which one do you need a lot of force to pick it up? Bowling ball? Oops, we're out of time. Yeah, you said bowling ball. You got it right. You do need a lot of force. Who's got the strongest muscles? Let's show off our muscles. Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, let's do the next one. Woohoo! Awesome. And which is a force that slows down moving things? Here's a hint. It's the red word, the new one. A force that slows things down as they're moving. Is it motion, position, friction, or machine? If you said friction, you remembered that that was our new word. It's like speed bumps. It slows things down. Very good. All right, guys, that's a new one. That's a new word. Number 4, which activity uses a pull? Okay, let me read them. Which one's pulling? Picking a flower in a garden, stapling some papers together, pressing a button on a phone, knocking over a glass of milk. Only one of them is pulling. Wonder if you know which one it is. Yay! Pull the flowers out. I actually pull the weeds out. Pull those weeds out. Get them out of your garden. Very nice. Okay, next one. Sorry, we'll look at the scores at the end. Grandpop gets a flat tire. He uses a jack to lift up his car. Why is a jack useful? Okay, let me read the answers. It teaches you how to be safe when you drive a car. It helps a tow truck pull your car. It makes your car push things, or it lets you use force to lift it up. Oh, I know that was hard. That was a lot to read. Yes, it's a force that helps you lift the car up so you can change the tire. Yeah, that jack lifts it up. You have to push on it, but it'll lift it up. And then I guess it pulls the car up, doesn't it? Both pushes and pulls. Cool. Number 6, why does it take more force to throw a baseball than a paper plane? Why does it take more force to throw a baseball than a paper plane? Because the baseball is heavier? Because the baseball's round and the paper plane is not? Because the baseball's lighter? Or because the baseball is smaller? Why does it take more force to throw a baseball? Whoa, everybody got that one. Look at that. A lot of people got it, actually, because the baseball is heavier. That's right. The baseball needs more force. It's like the bowling ball. It needs more force to throw it because it's a heavier object. It's more dense, more mass. Oh, that's a word you're going to need to know. Which describes how fast something is moving. Do you remember those guys on the bicycles? Which word describes how fast something is moving? Speed, position, slide, or force? You're a race car driver. And you said speed and you got it right. If you said force, it might be because I slipped that word by accident. I make mistakes too. And anyway, that speed word definitely tells how fast something is moving. Okay, two more questions. Why might you slip more often on an icy road than a dirt road? Why would you? Because you need more force to walk on an icy road. Yellow, an icy road stops your motion. The blue one, there's less friction on an icy road. Or because an icy road changes position faster? Well, if you said the blue one, you got it right. That's our new word, kind of a second grade concept about friction, how friction doesn't really, on an icy platform or icy road, there's not a lot of friction. So you go really fast, you just slide right on ice. So that's why there's not as much friction on there, not enough little speed bumps or little bumps to slow you down. Last question. Which statement is false? Wah, wah, wah. The harder you push, the more force you use. Friction is a force that slows things down. You can push or pull to put things in motion. You do not need force to move light objects. Oh, they had a spelling mistake. You do not, that's right. If you said the green one, that is false. That is not true. It says you do not need force to move light objects. You need force to move every object, don't you? Oh, it was trying to trick us. Yeah. So the green one is the correct answer because it is not true. It's false. You absolutely do need force to move every object. Okay, let's move. Oh, there's our, y'all want to stand up and take a bow? Yeah. Woohoo! Look at that. There she is. Nice job, guys. Look at all those friends. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we're going to finish up because we've been on a long time. So give me just a second. I'm going to get back to our, no, that's not what I want. We'll close that out. We'll close this out. And we're going to stop sharing. And now we're going to share again. And we're going to play our little game. Remember we had a little game we wanted to play with socks? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to pass it. You can work on the rest of this at home on your own. There was some other things in there we're going to pass over. But for now, we are going to do the magic motion sock. Hold on. People are talking over me. Let's please mute. Okay, thank you. Let me give the directions and then we'll do it, okay? Hold on tight. I'll answer your questions in a second. We're going to do the Magic Motion Sock Challenge. What is the Magic Motion Sock Challenge, you ask? Well, let me tell you. If you have a pair of socks ready to go, we're going to use our socks to answer a question. Our question is, how can we use pushes and pulls to put on and remove our socks? Oh, do you mean to say that we use those forces to put our socks on and take them off? Yes. So here's our challenge, and it's hilarious. First challenge is you will take one hand and put it behind your back. And you will use one hand, the other hand, to try to put a sock on your foot. Can you put your sock on with one hand? and then tell me what type of force you're using, okay? Is it a push or a pull? And then, are you ready for the second part? It's even funnier. After you put the sock on your foot, take off your socks with no hands. You better put your both hands behind your back. Can you take off your socks with no hands and then explain what force you used to take off your sock? All right, so you guys ready? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing so we can see everybody and look how silly everyone is. Okay, get set. One hand behind your back, one hand behind your back. And now try to put that sock on your foot. Don't use both hands. Hey, Benito, put that hand behind you. No. Look at Brooklyn.
I can't do the first one.
It's okay. It's totally fine. Wow, it's a challenge, isn't it? Look at Aru. She's trying to do it with no. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Larissa, wow. Walter, you did it. Okay, London, nice job. Hey, London, do you think you used a pull or a push to put your sock on? Think about your force. What did your hand do? Was it pulling the sock on or was it pushing it on?
Pulling.
Yeah. Did everybody agree with that? Do you agree that you were pulling your sock on?
I was putting my feet, and it just came out.
Wow. Was it hard?
I was already wearing socks.
That's okay. Now you get to do part 2. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Make
sure you have a sock on. Put your socks on, and here we go.
Got that
Now put both hands behind your back. Both hands behind your back, and try to take your sock off with no hands. How can you do it? Oh, look at Benito. How is he doing it? Look at Prisha. How is she doing that? Christopher, that's hilarious, isn't it? Brooklyn, Brooklyn's being very creative.
I did it.
Cool. You did it. How did you do it? Push
You
your
just have to use your other foot.
Yeah, but what did that foot do? What was the force? Push or
It
pull?
pushed.
Yeah, you could push it off with your foot.
Look, my friend was pushing with the sock in the mouth.
Now that's an interesting thing. That was what Brooklyn was doing. And Brooklyn wasn't pushing. She was taking her little toes and she was doing some other kind of force. What force was Brooklyn doing?
I did it.
She wasn't pushing on. She wasn't pushing them off. She was
Doing it again.
Yeah, you want to try it again? You guys can do this all night.
I did it.
Jacinda, you gonna practice this later? Yeah, is it fun? Okay, great job, guys. We have been on a long time and I apologize again for my computer issues, but I'm going to let you go. However, I'm gonna say that your Nearpod, you will be able to practice this and do the other activities on your own later today.